Right? Honestly, anytime you get sent to prison, that's bad history. Your history is bad. It doesn't look good. 25 CR 002719, State versus Wilfredo Matei. How do you pronounce your last name? Matei. Oh, I did it correctly. Can I have parties announced?
Brian Kimbrough. Okay.
All right, you entered a plea of no contest on May 22nd for evading arrest detention with a vehicle. According to the plea bargaining agreement, the state will make no recommendation on your application. Punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. State is taking in consideration 2025 CR 003472 and 2025 PF 113.
This is huge. State makes no recommendation. Means the judge has full control. No safety net, no guidance. That's actually risky for the defendant because now everything depends on how convincing he is in this moment.
9-1. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, State? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections, State?
No.
Defense?
There is a correction, Your Honor, that I think will become more clear during the testimony of my client, but he is not. He is motivated for treatment. I think there was a misunderstanding in the sense he wasn't. He was, and he is. So I'll explain.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right, you may proceed.
Your Honor, okay. Just in explanation, Mr. Mateo has a pretty serious record. He lived in Utah with his mother, was present in court, and I was going to call her as a witness also. And they moved here really to help for many reasons, but one being to try to get Wilfredo into a better environment. But he has a serious drug problem. I can tell you that he has told me that he is serious about changing his life and has reflected on that while he's been incarcerated. And I know he wants to explain that to the court. He has attempted to get into drug treatment while he's been incarcerated. He was communicating with various programs, see if he could get treatment at this time, wasn't able to. So with that said, can you state your name? And Wilfredo, you have been in jail now for how long?
4 months.
You have a pretty serious record in Utah, correct? And so you've been in prison a number of years. And have you reflected on your situation while you were in prison this time? And what did you decide?
Programs and stuff, so show that I'm kind of changing stuff, and I'm getting a couple programs like kind of stuff we be on against, like I being incarcerated, but I can't to get out. So, talking a lot about that, and finally opening up to my kids to where I'm really at. Mom finally told me where I'm at. And, just made me want to show them that I can get out of here and do that.
Now, you've been diagnosed with some mental health issues, correct?
Yes, sir.
What mental health issues do you have?
PTSD, anxiety, depression, ADHD,
Have you been diagnosed with bipolar?
bipolar also.
Are you getting any medication or treatment while you've been incarcerated?
Yes.
Does that help you sort of reflect on your life?
So take my medication every day.
Do you think you could succeed on probation?
I think
Do you think that
that program, with the program, I need help. I need to want to go back.
are you willing to do inpatient program as well as outpatient program?
That's the only thing I would want to do.
The only thing you'd want to do is inpatient.
I would want
But you still get a serious problem.
to.
Do you believe that that problem has been part of the reason why you got problems, legal problems. Is there anything else you want to tell the judge?
Not turning to you.
Okay.
His history of me going to class recovery and motion.
Okay, great. You're welcome.
Anything else you'd like to say?
I don't know. I want to really know the truth. I don't want to see it to I have an issue going through himself, but I never had a program. I've never had a chance to do a program or rehab or anything like that. Uh, went out of my way to like lifetime recovery and also lead the Nation Church, so I can go to a mission. Both prove me, which is culturally that culturally important. So, like we start planning on going to go through there. I told my family and everyone, we stop going to go to lifetime recovery. Start the process of that.
All right.
All right, I have one other witness I'd like to call.
Well, just 1 second. State any fact questions or no?
No.
All right. I have a couple of questions for you. If there's no objection.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So I look at everybody as an individual. Sometimes people will come before me and their history is bad. Right? Honestly, anytime you get sent to prison, that's bad history. Your history is bad. It doesn't look good. So this is what I want you to explain to me. So in the stipulated evidence, you're saying that motorcycle was sold to you. You have a key. Okay. And then you evade. But then they say you have a bunch of keys on your person. And police say that those keys are used to open mailbox. I think they said mailboxes. I think they said you are in possession of a set of jiggler keys. When asked, suspect stated that the set of keys belonged to a friend who is a locksmith, but did not know why he was in possession of a mailbox key.
And there it is, the admission. Lying in a case like this is devastating. It doesn't just hurt your story, it destroys your credibility. At this point, the judge isn't just evaluating his past. She's deciding if she can trust anything he says going forward.
So you're riding on a motorcycle. Why do you have jiggler keys?
Yeah, because got more safe on. A lot about that. More safe on. Just were afraid. We let them in because I was doing dumb stuff.
All right, and use the keys for what?
I have nothing to do with them, but just the keys and stuff. But yeah, I never able to use them.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right, let me proceed.
Ms. Vargas, what is your relationship with Matei? His mother? You got to speak up. So, and when did you first come to Texas? And you came with Wilfredo? And he's been living with you since then? And you, why did you come to Texas?
Which some people don't know that Puerto Rico is a part of the United States, so that's you.
Now, in terms of Wilfredo, do you believe that Wilfredo has a drug problem that is serious? Do you have that problem in Utah? Has he ever had, to your knowledge, has he ever had any treatment for that problem?
No.
Now, I don't know if you were able to hear, but Wilfredo was asking the court for opportunity to get supervision and get drugs. Do you think that he would benefit from drug treatment?
Better because we never have a children.
Do you believe that if he got that treatment and if he got community supervision, he could see? Do you believe that? And Wilfredo does have some mental health issues, correct? Diagnosed with various things.
Depression,
How old is he?
29.
29. And he has
Kids, so. How many children do you have? How many children do you have? 4, but I have a lot of grandkids, so yeah, I'm going to see for all that. But we have only 4. We lost my father, the tragedy. We lost my his dad. He's been killed for reason. And then my nephew, he just died 3 years ago for a drunk driver. And there's a little brother so old that he's being, we should, so he can, so. I couldn't even live my own, own crying, just thinking of him and just, I don't know, situation and all that. I mean, one of the things that he's saying, doing crazy, lying with drugs, because all this stuff. Okay.
so Wilfredo is still a young man. Do you believe that he has potential to be a better person?
Yeah. I don't know how to put it all, but he's sweet. You know how he's singing so good, playing guitar. He was good in school. I don't know what's going on after, he, he's, he's a good kind of person. He makes it my choice. Okay. Any questions? No questions. All right. So, what types of drugs does he use? Do you know? All right. Do you know when he started? I think when his friend used having kids. All right. Thank you so much for giving me insight into your son. So, okay. No, I mean, here's the thing. It sometimes parents think that children's behavior is a reflection of them. Now, if he's a 2-year-old or toddler, that's a reflection on parenting. But at some point, it becomes our own choices, at a certain age. Yeah. But for you, drugs are not even drink. I don't know what you have you have a beautiful house and big house, there's no drugs at my house, everybody's working, everybody's a professional. You just need to. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. You're welcome. All right. State, do you want to continue with the offer that you have in place? All right. All right. So here's the thing. Your history does not look good. Um, the state is offering you 10, and they are silent on your application.
This is the moment everything changes. Judges don't always offer choices like this. This is pressure, strategy, and opportunity all in one. 5 years in prison, or 10 years proving you've changed. So what would you choose if your future depended on it?
People always say that probation in this court is not easy. I mean, I guess this is, it's not. I wouldn't know because I'm not the person doing the probation. But when I give people probation, it's designed hopefully for us not to see them again unless they're coming back to say, thank you for giving me a shot. Right? So, what I can tell you is, uh, I'm going to give you a choice. And I'm going to give you a choice because this is an evading arrest detention in a vehicle. I see your history, but these are the only two choices you have. Don't come back to me with a third choice. Don't try to do something different because you only have two choices. One, I will send you to prison and I will send you to prison for 5 years. You'll get credit for any time served. Or the second option is this will be a conviction on your record. I'm not going to grant him deferred adjudication, and I will sentence him to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. Those are his only two choices. And if he chooses the second option, he's going to remain in custody because he's going inpatient treatment somewhere. So those are the only two choices. There's not a third choice. Do you need to speak to him?
So,
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no residing with minors. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. How far did you go in school? All right. There's 100 hours that will be deducted once he completes parenting classes. The remaining 100 hours will be deducted if he obtains a higher level of education or if he obtains some sort of trade school certification. There's to be field visits one time per month until further notice. There's to be an evaluation for DDRF, and there's to be referrals to safety. Sorry, an evaluation for safety. I think, just one second. There's going to, just one moment. Strike the last evaluation for DDR. This is the order I want things. There's going to be referral, and all of this is to take place in custody. There's to be a referral to felony drug court. If felony drug court doesn't accept him, then he is to go to safety. And Ms. Abrams, the referral to DDRF, how long is that taking? All right. Yes. Taking consideration 2025 CR 003-472, 2025 PF 11391. There's going to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. And something else. And it goes without saying, you're a convicted felon. You're not allowed to possess any weapons. Do you understand?
please understand.
Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need? I'm sorry, there's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant for the motorcycle.
Brett, Brett Steele.
All right. I'm sorry, what's the name?
Brett Steele.
All right, that will be Brett Castillo.
The judge in reference to, there's another case currently open, $1,530,000. if I can have a moment to speak with the defense counsel, I'd like to try to get that resolved. Is that obviously hold them up?
All right, let's do that. Did you review the probation? Is there anything else? All right, they're going to take care of that, hopefully today.
Or soon.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because it's plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're off the record. Here's the thing. You're going to remain in custody until that other case is resolved. He cannot move anywhere. I'm not going to release him unless he's in some sort of treatment. And stop breaking your mom's heart. All right? All right, thank you.